Well, since starting this channel, my goal was always to share my life here in Japan as an Indian, making it fun, educational, and meaningful. I recently met this extremely successful, high-energy individual, and I wanted to see how people like her think. These are the real-life lessons I can learn from, and also can share it with my 100 subscribers. I showed her around Mount Fuji and tried my best to keep the interview fun, not boring corporate. It took me the entire day. So if you've enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. If not, that's totally okay too. Alright guys, so we have a very special guest with us today. And this person is not only a successful entrepreneur, but runs 2 different companies. She has quite a diverse experience, I would say. Not only she does something with space mining, but also in the sector of longevity. And here we have, drum roll, Julie. Right, to those of you who don't know, watch this video, like this video. We had a little bit of chat before we started this, and I know a little bit about Julie. But because her background is so interesting, I thought it would be good to hear from her own mouth. So
Okay.
Julie, by the way, how you feeling?
I feel cool. You made me get up 6:30.
So who are you and what brings you to Japan?
Who am I? That I don't even know where to start. Well, I'm Chinese to start with. I'm from Shanghai. I was raised in Shanghai. I have done a range of startups. I can consider myself a serial entrepreneur. I have involved in very different industries, hardcore commodity trader, and then invest into space sector, particular space mining, and now very focused in longevity, and run a longevity consultancy firm as well as a longevity biotech startup. And why I come to Japan? Because I'm very curious, and if taking out all these like tech, like who I am, I think deep inside I'm just very curious, and I want to explore, and I want to experience different journey of life. If you look at the human history, a lot of war is really triggered by people fighting for resources. Doesn't matter if it's energy resource or metals and mineral, that is what is required for infrastructure for any civilization. And so the scarcity of the resources actually is a lot of starting point of a lot of war. And we don't have unlimited resource on the earth, right?
Yeah.
But outside our planet, in asteroid, we have a lot of minerals that worth $250 billion, and we just need to find a way to tap into it.
It's crazy to be sitting with somebody who is actually doing this work. So I want to know, like, is it even possible, like, to bring something back to Earth?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Well,
and
there's quite a few companies out there already doing in one way or another. But I think the issue with astro mining is it's not scalable. If you need to bring the nickel back to the Earth, the nickel will be too expensive, right?
Yeah.
So at the end, we need to have enough setup and enough development where the nickel, the copper, the zinc, the lead can be used in the space. So I think that's what a lot of billionaires, for example, Jeff Bezos, that they want to move the entire industry to the moon, and the asteroid material can feed the moon, and the Earth is just for living. But that is going to take a bit of time. And that's why I feel like, wow, that's going to a long-term, serious long-term investment. Things might change really fast, that's no doubt about it. But to make this entire ecosystem might take a long time. And that's where I decide that I better live long enough to see my investment, to see my return. That's why I get into longevity business.
Wow, what a connection. So that's when the longevity comes into the picture. which is another sector or another field where you work in, or you explored in, or you invested in, right?
Yeah, that's where my main core focus now, actually.
Drinks break. It was too hot. You know why Japanese Family Marts or 7-Eleven are so clean?
Yeah, why?
They have like weekly a truck come in at night. They clean every single window. They're really, really clean.
But why the Japanese street is always so clean?
Japanese people don't throw things away, and even if you would throw your trash, some random person might pick it up and take it back home and throw it. I've seen it happen in front of me.
Really?
Look at this. I mean, you have no dust in here. Like,
wow. Yeah, it's true. Oh my God, it's sunshine. When you're in the car, it's so hot, but when you come out, it's so cold.
And look at the view.
Blue sky.
This Mount Fuji.
Oh my God! I don't know how many times I see it, but every time I still get really, really crazy about it.
After you watch this episode, you will know Julie Ying Baron.
Please do not oversell.
Didn't I say it?
Yes, Julie Ying Baron. That's true. You got my name right.
Yeah. So you will feel like she's your buddy because you know her so well.
Well, it's depending what kind of question is asked. So
all the stupid ones, because that's what reveals her true personality. You know.
Okay.
Anyone can answer like serious ones. You know.
That's true. That's true.
So this is the oven.
Yeah, the car is getting really hot because the sun.
You were one of the co-founders of.
Yeah, Live Beyond and the Beyond Clock. So Live Beyond is a consultancy firm that we're really helping a lot of hospitals to transform from the sick care, where they focus on treating disease and the symptoms, to actually more preventative and focus, while we focus on the lifespan, but we actually focus more on the health span, because if you focus on health span, by definition, you can live longer. There was a study, if there is a magic pill, allow you to live to 120, 130, do you want to take it? Actually, 75% of the people who take that study say no, they don't want, because they look at their relatives, like their parents, how they're struggling in the last 10, 20 years of their life. They don't want to go through that, right? Sick and lose quality of life. So yeah, people not actually focus on, obviously everybody want to live longer, but in essence is they want the quality of life.
Yeah, your body is going to deteriorate, your bones and whatnot, like everything about you is
your
going to fall apart.
cognitive function, all this. Who want to spend the last 10, 20 years on the bed, right? They want to enjoy life. I think that's where our focus is, Live Beyond. And the Beyond Clock is a biological clock where I think we are the one of kind and definitely one of the best in the market in predict mortality as well as your potential disease trajectory. So a lot of people are relatively healthy if they go to a health checkup. You know, if you test all the biomarkers, likelihood you consider as healthy because your biomarkers is within the normal range. But healthy doesn't mean you are optimal, and a lot of people are just subpar healthy. And that's what happened with the health checkup. They look at individual biomarker isolated, and where our biology test is to group all these biomarkers based on system and looking at the patterns. So you could have one biomarkers is slightly lower but still within the normal range, and another biomarker slightly higher but still within the normal range. But when we combine them together, they actually tell us the likelihood you're going to get a certain sickness in 3 to 5 years time. So it's because it's based on clinic biomarkers, clinic chemistry, so it's very, very standard. It's FDA approved standards, so it's very, very consistent and very precise in the way we measure it. And the most important, the doctor knows how to read the biomarkers, so they will actually understand what kind of measurement, what kind of action they're going to take for you. I mean, a lot of clock in the market is DNA methylation, basically looking at certain DNA pattern and look at what is your biological aging speed, but it doesn't tell you what to do. Yeah, you might be 10 years older than your chronic age, but then what you should do, we don't know, apart from lifestyle changes. And that sometimes is just not good enough.
Is it something possible for an average Joe to be able to afford, and like how do a person like me?
Yeah, that's it. That is absolutely exactly what we have focused. We focus on this clock to be very, very scalable. It's actually very affordable. So we, as a business model right now, we focus on rolling it out with hospital and the clinics. We are working with the labs as well. And then the client or the consumer can actually go to a hospital. When they do a normal health checkup, they can just select, okay, we want to add another layer of analysis, from beyond the clock. So basically the whole thing about scalability is like you don't need to do another set of tests. The test you do is the same as what you do normally for annual health check. Just the same test, we add another layer of analysis.
Okay.
So it's very affordable. And even in a lot of countries, like in Japan, you can get health cover, right? Insurance cover, yeah.
So it's like having a regular test,
exactly,
but more detailed look into
more different analysis, how we group all these biomarkers together, because we look at aging as your system lose resilience. Yes, yeah, I mean there are many different type of way look at aging, but my business partner Brian Kennedy actually is one of the most published scientists in the aging space. And his school of thought is aging is a systematic loss of resilience. It's like when you're young, if as a young kid, if you got hurt, you can see the wound healing is very, very fast, right? Yeah. But that's not the same for elderly people. So even, let's say, two people both are 40 years old, and if both have diabetes, and if one biologically is 20 years older and one is 10 years younger, they actually should not receive the same treatment, because when they receive the same treatment, one have a much, much bigger side effect than the other. Exactly. So a lot of disease might be caused by aging, and a lot of aging cause more disease. So it's kind of like all related. So it is actually very, very relevant to know where is your biologically standing, because most time the doctor just subscribe, obviously they will do an operation if they decide to do an operation on 20 years old, but they might not do the same operation on a person who is already 80 years old, because they are using chronic age as assessment on potential risk. But actually what you should use biology clock, because, a person might be 40 years old, but biologically they might only be 30, and vice versa. And then your treatment plan could be very different as well.
I'm actually really intrigued by whatever I am hearing right now, and I would love for you to do a proper sit-down interview where we can go even more deeper.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Would you be called as longevity expert, or like?
No, I think I will call myself as someone in the intersect of the longevity science as well as business. I want what I am focused on is translate to longevity science into something actionable, scalable. And I look at longevity not just as a wellness tool, but I look at it as a longevity economy.
You know more than an average person. This much I know about you, because you've been in this business, this space, for serious reason. Not like me or.
Yeah, it's my it's my focus. Yeah.
Would you be up for a gym session with me? Like if we were to
Gym?
go to a gym?
Totally. 100%.
Really?
Yes.
We stopped at a local gym and I wanted her to judge my workout routine, but filming while training was way too hard. I might just make a separate gym video with her later. I'm not gonna deny, she has a hell lot of strength. Look at the muscle on her back. She has even developed these muscles on her spine. I have never ever seen something like that. We caught the perfect cherry blossom on a full bloom day. Look at this serene beauty. It's pure bliss. Words cannot explain the feeling. Plus, a swan swimming right in front of Mount Fuji? Damn. She went for a 20-minute run alone. I stayed back. I was exhausted from the gym and hadn't slept the night before. After she returned, we grabbed some more footages. By the way, she is not meditating here. Oops, sorry Julie. Ha ha ha. A few more random clips and off to the next spot. Alright, so we are going to a very special place. Why is it special? Because
Masuri.
it only happens
Once a year?
right? And I have lived in Japan for almost 10 years. I haven't had that experience yet. So this is how Julie bought us tickets. Thanks, Julie. I thought it's sakura, but it's just this flower.
Yeah, but it's also beautiful. Come on, what are you talking about? You look so happy. Aren't you happy? You look a bit gloomy. Hello? Okay, I'm going to eat something.
Meat eater. We have meat eater in the house.
Exactly. You're driving me absolute banana and doesn't even feed me any food.
We had 2 bananas each.
Wow. I just want the boat.
This is a fake boat. When you enter, you're looking for Mount Fuji. But when you're here, Mount Fuji is looking for you. It's looking out for you, you know? Just making sure you are safe and sound.
That's very well said. That's the headline.
And we had a real one right there at the lake, but she chose this one. I wonder why.
Can you imagine? We're sitting with the Mount Fuji behind us. We didn't plan for this trip. It happened. Thank you for convincing me, because yesterday I was like, oh no, it's going to be rain.
You know, in India, what they say? Every grain has its name written as to who's going to consume it.
Wow.
They say like,
Wow, that's really spiritual.
you will find the food that is
Belong to you.
meant, that belongs to you.
Like what before you said that, because we come to
Mount
Mount Fuji, sorry, that we're looking for it, but we didn't realize it is look out for us.
Yeah, exactly. It's looking out for us. Literally, it's just like, are you there? You're good? I'm looking out for you.
Yeah. Not there yet. Yeah. Okay. Well, not really, I can tell you.
We finished at Lake Kawaguchi. What a view. After some goofing around, some shenanigans, we had dinner. We headed back to Tokyo. I dropped Julie off at 10:30 p.m. I was too exhausted to film anymore, and the video was getting long anyways. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.